Let's do this thing. Whew. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Warming up, baby. Warming up. Warming up. We is live. Give it a minute. Mikey check 1 2 1 2. All right. Loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How you doing? How you doing? You are on the sidelines with the sideline guys. It's your boy Dwayne in the building, and you already know who I'm joined with. I am joined with neighborhood co-host, my man, the hardest working man in show business. He is your eagle flying, anti-cowboy hating,
All time.
and can't forget your Celtic green pride wearing number one man in showbiz. That's right. You heard it here first, people. The one, the only, Derek Myers. What's up, sir?
What's going on, bro? Good to be back.
Good to be back on the sidelines. I know,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Just the two of us today, but it's
Yes,
all
sir.
good. We a two-man band, and we in here to do this thing. Welcome to the prediction episode. That's right. If you're listening to this, it is a prediction episode. We got a couple of predictions for you. We got NFL predictions. We are down to the final four teams in the NFL playoffs. So we're going to let y'all know, based off these final four, who we got going to the Super Bowl and who we have coming out on top from that Super Bowl. We also know that it is fight night in the UFC, baby. That's right. So we are getting ready to give y'all a prediction on what we think about tonight's main event of the evening. That's right, Mr. Conor McGregor in the house, and you already know the rest. So we're getting ready for that part two. So we're gonna give y'all what we think of the sequel fight for tonight. And yeah, we're gonna talk a little NBA as well. You know what I'm saying? Derek got a little something to get off his chest there about them there Celtics. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all sit back, relax, grab your popcorn, grab whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with a few friends. We live on YouTube. Shout out to y'all tuning in and joining us on the tube. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into this action and kick things off with a little NFL predictions. So, as we know, in the NFC, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Sir.
on one with the Green Bay Packers. That's right, I said it the Dwayne the Rock Johnson style, ladies and gentlemen. I know you peeped how I did that there. But yeah, as they say in the NFC, it's a battle of the old heads, a battle of the OGs. Mr. Aaron Rodgers goes one-on-one with Tom Brady in a battle of 12s, baby. So we get to see what's going to go down on that side of things. And of course, we can't forget the AFC, which is the battle of the young guns. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got, even though he's not here to represent and say Bills Mafia, we got those Buffalo Bills showcasing them Bills. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready to go up against, speaking of Bills and money, Mr. Patrick Mahomes and those Kansas City Chiefs, or at least we hope to see Patrick Mahomes so far. I mean, to my knowledge, he's cleared to go. So yeah, if he's cleared to go, looks like we get to see Mr. Josh Allen go one-on-one with Patrick Mahomes in the battle of the young guns on the AFC. So that being said, let's get right into things and let's see what we got and who we got matching up for the big Super Bowl of 2021. And, of course, who we got taking this thing home to the house for the entire season. So, Brother Derek, what's your thoughts on this Final Four? Is it what you expected? Who you got coming out? What talk to me, man. What you got?
Yeah, AFC Championship. I believe before the season, this was my prediction. Buffalo versus Kansas City. I'm excited about watching this. I've been looking forward to seeing this matchup. I've been hoping to see this matchup for a few months now. So, which I can't get Jonathan to shut up about. So, you know, I know how it feels. You know, your team is right there. You feel
Mhm.
that, and he and I was actually talking about this yesterday. He was asking me about the feeling that I had in 17 leading up. Like, did I
Yeah.
feel something different? I told him, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
laughed at for feeling that before the beginning of the season. I told everyone Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. No one believed me. Everyone laughed. And
Yeah.
then once the matchup was set up between the Eagles and Patriots, I said I had the Eagles. Everybody laughed,
Yeah.
and then that's what it was. So, and the feeling that I described to him, that's what he has. So for his sake, I actually hope that they win this, man. I'm looking forward to this matchup more so than the NFC Championship matchup.
Mm.
I'm excited for both games, but that one in
Yeah.
particular is the one I've been hoping to see for a few months. So I'm crazy enough to believe that the Bills beat the Chiefs. I'm crazy enough to believe it. Crazy enough to believe it just because of that defense.
You know, I could understand. I totally can understand that. And you know what? You can't even really knock that.
Yeah.
That's definitely a realistic prediction. It's not too crazy. Truth be told, this is the more exciting matchup per se, in the
Mm-hmm.
terms of younger quarterbacks. Younger usually is better, but don't sleep on the vets. We know what the vets can do. It's
Oh yeah.
just of the vets, we know one of the two, which we'll get to, is kind of on the later half of things and just barely managing. But hey, he's heating up at the right time. So
This is the best time to get it.
yeah, it could still, So I ain't counting the old man Brady out. We already
Yeah.
know what's up. But this is the AFC we talking about so far. So
Mm-hmm.
allow me to say, well, you already know. Personally, I'm a little disappointed still. I'm over it,
Oh
but
yeah.
I kind of wanted, to see my Titans matched up with Jonathan's Bills because I think that would have been definitely a dope matchup for sure.
For sure.
But Jonathan, brother, I feels you, my guy. We was in this exact position with you last year this time. So I also know what you're feeling right now, my friend. I mean, I didn't expect us to get what we got. I knew we would make the playoffs, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
think I didn't know that Henry was gonna just go that
Off.
eight-ish and take us all the way to the AFC championship, to where when we got to that point, I was just like, oh, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
This might be a Super Bowl run. And unfortunately, in the first half or so, we were there. But
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes. And so for that reason,
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, these two did match up in a Monday Night Football matchup earlier in the season.
Right.
So that's the big difference between us and them. We didn't really see the Chiefs, I believe, at all last year when we played them. So that was kind of our first look at
Mm-hmm.
them, their first look at us, which
Mm-hmm.
is kind of why I really wanted that rematch this year, because we would have knew how to handle that better. But going into this year and this season, with Jonathan's Bills, man, I mean, you guys got something we didn't get the chance to get last year. You guys actually have played them and you know what you're up against. On top of that, we don't know what Mahomes gonna look like coming off of this concussion from last week. So
Yeah.
it plays into their favor pretty well. You want both quarterbacks to be completely healthy, obviously. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan's Bills did get over that hump. But
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really think the Chiefs are going to get back to the Super Bowl. Sorry, Jonathan, because I'm not saying that to bring you down, bro. The reason I say that is because it's still Patrick Mahomes. And if he's good enough, or should I say healthy enough, to do what Patrick Mahomes does, I think he'll find a way to pull this victory off. And it'll be one of those things where I think the world's going to get the Super Bowl that they wanted last year that they didn't get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they're going to get the Super Bowl that they wanted last year.
Yeah.
Because there was a Super Bowl that was supposed to happen last year that people didn't get to see, but they wanted it so badly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know where I'm going with this, Derek. But like I said, I hope I'm wrong. So, Jonathan, I know you're going to listen back to this. Bro, rooting for you deep down. It's just a gut feeling that I have. Because, like I said, I was in your same position last year. Okay, my hopes were high too. and I was hyped. We had it for like a fraction, and then Patrick Mahomes just kind of let loose.
Yeah.
And you can't stop that when that happens. You know what I mean? So like, I just have this feeling it may be the same turnout as it was with us with the same team, because I really think they're trying to get that Super Bowl that they wanted from last year. But I am pulling for your Bills, my friend. So we hey, collectively, you got two sideline guys here, your brothers. We rooting for your squad. Our team's out of the mix.
Oh, my team was out of the mix way before the playoffs were even started. So
hey, I feel that.
No, I saw every year I give the defending champ the nod for the next Super Bowl, or even in the NBA. I do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I have the Chiefs winning this game, but I could see the Bulls. I can see the Bills pulling this off.
We're a long way off from that life, but I get what you mean.
I can see the Bills doing it. I can see them doing it, because if the game's going to come down to defense, either way, it's going to come down to defense, because Mahomes and Hill, you know what they're going to do. Allen and Diggs, you know what they're going to do. It's literally just about the defense. And totally if the Chiefs defense can show up and really play better than they have been, this might be a tough one. This might be really tough to get through. Before we hired a coach, I was hoping that the Chiefs would get knocked out so that Eric Bieniemy would, at least be interviewed, but because he's not really getting any looks over the league, I'm hoping they go all the way and just win it, so you get back-to-back championships.
For sure.
You can't really I don't know how you can really deny someone a head coaching position when they are pretty much the driving force behind such an incredible offense.
Yeah.
I don't know how you deny it, especially if they are, hypothetically, if they are back-to-back champions. I don't know how you deny him a position. I just don't. So
I can totally agree with you there. And that's one of those things, man. We gonna find out how this plays out for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs pulled off the back-to-back. We haven't seen that in a while. It's very hard to do, as you know, in the NFL.
It's very hard to get one.
Yeah, it's hard to get one, yet alone go back-to-back. So this could be Andy Reid's moment of like, yo, I got my first one, and now I'm finally feeling the juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finna get some more
for him, man.
Hey,
I can't begin to describe it to you, man. Like he's been working a long time to get to this position. So I just to see him even here at this point where he is a defending champion is phenomenal.
And so tell me this, because it's probably a good transition into the other conference, right? But tell me this. How fitting would it be, right, if Reid wins his second straight Super Bowl, only this time against the very man that he lost his first Super Bowl to?
Yeah.
Talk about all things coming full circle.
It would be poetic. It'd be poetic. But Donovan McNabb needs to be involved in it somehow, some way. I still can't forgive that guy, man. I can't forgive him, man.
You might well throw T.O. in there in the picture.
Nah. T.O. gets off the hook on that one. That's McNabb. That's McNabb for me, man. I because you can't tell me someone that was playing with a broken leg. Not only goes out there, but he balls. It's not like he was just walking. That dude was cutting and everything.
Yeah.
So McNabb, I blame him all day. I don't care.
I can understand that, brother. Listen, I get it. So I mean, I guess with that being said, speaking of the GOAT, as people label him, as we know, this is a battle of GOATs. if you will.
Yeah.
You know, two separate goats in their own way, I guess. You know, so
Yeah.
here we have the battle of the veterans, the old men, the goats, whatever you want to call it, however you want to title it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in the NFC the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Thomas Brady, going up against those Green Bay Packers,
Yeah.
led by Mr. Discount Double Check Aaron Rodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to see the return of the championship celebration. So, Aaron Rodgers, if you're listening, brother, bring the celebration back, brother. Bring back the Discount Double Check, son. I need to see that celebration back. You got your swag back, it looked like. So, you know, bring that celebration back.
It's hard to go against Brady on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But something feels different about the Packers this year, bro. It's just something just feels different about them. I mean, call it like it is. Since Mike McCarthy has left Green Bay, they've been on quite a tear.
Speaking as a residential Tennessee Titan, as you know,
yeah,
their head coach is one of our former offensive coordinators. So, quite frankly, yeah, I can agree with that. And you know what? Here's a quick little hot take for everybody here. Believe it or not, don't be surprised, ladies and gents, if the Atlanta Falcons turn around next season and do the exact same thing for one final run.
Hold on. Let's break that down. You're slick predicting that the Falcons currently constructed under Arthur Smith can do what the Packers are doing this coming season.
Because of the tree that Arthur Smith is coming from, giving the fact that the Falcons, hear me out. Now, they do have some flaws.
Yes.
So if they plug and play, you know, swap some things out from free agency, maybe get some key players from the draft, right? They still have talent in Matt Ryan. Obviously, we know what he can do still. Okay. Julio remains healthy. We know what he can still do. You have Calvin Ridley. You still have an offense. And I believe they still have Todd Gurley if they didn't lose him in this offseason.
I can't remember if he signed for 1 or 2.
If he signed for 2 and you have him returning, then that benefits him more than anything for sure, because Arthur Smith, that money. Yeah, it benefits him. It benefits him. And then Arthur Smith is really great with running backs, i.e. Derrick Henry, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the season he just came off of. You don't think he can do the same type of magic for Todd Gurley? Now, of course, it's going to take some work on that line, and I'm sure he knows. But if you can get that line to be decent enough to get Todd Gurley anywhat close to what Derrick Henry did, maybe not exact, but somewhat close on top of what Matt Ryan does, don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. It might start off a little rocky like the Packers did, because the Packers started off kind of rocky.
They did start off rocky.
Remember? Because it's not, but always remember, people, it's not how you start, especially in the NFL. Well, actually, the NFL and the NBA. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It's how you finish.
You know, sometimes if you start completely bad, you finish completely bad. But a lot of times, you can start off pretty rocky.
I can attest for that.
Yeah. Me too, to a degree. But you know, but what I'm saying here is, don't be surprised. All right, that's just a slight little hot take for y'all. Do not be surprised if this happens based off the tree. Okay, because Vrabel has shown an impressive resume based off where he's branched off from.
Yes.
So again, you see what LaFleur is doing. And yes, I know you're going to say, well, that's Aaron Rodgers. But again, Arthur Smith is with Matt Ryan, who is also just as talented, okay, in his own way. May not be on the same level
as Ryan. I mean, as
to a degree in terms of he puts up numbers. He puts up
Okay.
numbers. We know that he can put up numbers. People may question his clutchness per se in terms of unless you're a hardcore Matt Ryan fan and or Falcons fan, you can attest and say that his fourth quarter clutchness is there. But again, because of the Super Bowl situation, you may question that term side of things. But just don't be surprised, ladies and gents, if, like I said, Matt Ryan is no scrub. So that being said, you have still enough talent on that team, even with what has happened these past couple seasons. Everybody knows that most likely based off their contract situation, you're going to have Julio and Matt Ryan at least together for one final season. So if that's the case, why not have them go out in a blaze of glory and at least attempt one final time to see if they can come, even if they don't get to the Super Bowl, at least get close enough to just say, hey, if we're going to go out, we're going to go out on a better note than these past couple seasons.
Let me ask you this, because it was reported today that Matt Stafford, and the Lions they've mutually agreed, I guess, to part ways. Would that not be an enticing trade for Atlanta?
Initially upon seeing that news, shout out to OTS guys and the OTS team for actually posting that news. Right on point. Hardest working man in show business, people. Now, upon you see, it never stops, ladies. It never stops, ladies and gents. It's always going. But basically, to emphasize on your point, sir, I personally would say that's kind of just a neutral thing, because to me, both of them are one and the same. They're the exact same player. Because Matthew's running ability is no different than Matt Ryan's.
For sure.
They're basically two accurate quarterbacks who are pocket accurate. Don't really have much of a run game like a Russell Wilson or a Josh Allen or a Lamar Jackson or any of that. They're not those type of quarterbacks. They're what's left of that prototypical old version of a quarterback that, just accurate in the pocket. Can scramble a little bit, but they're not really known for that. You know what I'm saying? Can probably just scramble enough to, make time to make a play, but not to, extend plays or, get first downs and all of that jazz. So that being said, I don't think that really works out for them. I think you might as well just ride that out with Matt Ryan for one final season, and then that following draft, if not this draft, depending on what's available, you find that new dynamic future quarterback for you that fits today's modern mold of accurate passer and dynamic runner, dual threat. But personally, Matthew Stafford seems more fitting for, at this point in stage of his life, he should be on a contending team.
San Francisco for sure.
Like a San Francisco, a Chicago Bears. Is
Chicago really a contender though?
They are with the right quarterback. They are. I think they are. I think they can be.
Will be. Yeah, I think they will.
They can be.
As currently constructed, they don't really seem to have an identity to me.
Yeah, I mean, they might still. I think they're still looking for probably that number one dynamic receiver per se. I think. I don't follow the Bears as much, I'll admit, but I will say that from what I see, I no dominant name from the Bears sticks out. The only name I know is Anthony Miller, and that's just because he came out of Memphis. But even he hasn't really. He's shown some moments, but he hasn't really fully arrived yet. So partial in part could have been just because of the quarterback situation. So maybe with a Matthew Stafford, it allows him to actually fully come out the way he wants.
What about? I know we're kind of getting off topic, but what do you think if this actually happened? Arthur Smith with Cam Newton in Atlanta with that team.
I wouldn't turn that down for sure, based off the fact that with his dynamic, especially if somehow you still have Gurley in the mix, I wouldn't turn that down. The only thing about it is Cam would have to be a backup at that point to Matt Ryan.
You think he'd be a backup?
He would have to be because Matt Ryan's contract makes it tough to just replace him with Cam.
Well, that's what Philly was.
Yeah, yeah. That it makes it impossible. Number one, but also,
yeah.
like I said, it kind of benefits Cam to do that anyway because one, based off his numbers from this past season, he hasn't those aren't starting numbers at this point. I don't know what to believe because of COVID at this point.
This season is so like weird.
Yeah.
Everybody and a lot of the guys that they normally would have had there, some guys were out due to COVID, or some guys were out because they opted out, or some guys were out because of injury. But they also, I mean, I can't really say they had a ton of weapons because, I mean, even when Tom Brady was there, his last year they didn't have much for him to go off either. I wouldn't mind seeing him in New Orleans though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, the quarterback
Stafford
situation
in New Orleans would be interesting too.
I think that fits him better for some reason. That fits somebody like Stafford better because Drew Brees wasn't a runner. You know what I'm saying? That, now shout out to our boy Rick Sincere, from MTMV Sports. That's probably something we'll have to ask him about because I'm sure as him being the Saints expert, that's probably something he would be, give a little bit extra emphasis in. But I wouldn't mind it because I for sure think that would be interesting.
That would be interesting, especially if Brees is retired.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely
retiring. I mean, I still say see what you can do with Jameis Winston, but if Stafford is there available, and they're saying that they're willing to trade their draft pick. So if they're willing to trade their draft pick, I don't know who's going to come up with a better trade package, but I mean, Houston has nothing really to really offer at this point. I mean, Watson, if he's traded
at this point, that's another team that needs a quarterback because we know that based off reports, Watson doesn't plan on being there. But at this, in their case, they're probably trying to. I guess they're in just full flood rebuild mode, trying to just get something from scratch.
I don't even think they're in the driver's seat with that one. I think Watson pretty much holds control of that. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then you have Jacksonville who needs a quarterback for sure. And
if they don't draft Trevor Lawrence, I'm really gonna be stunned.
Yeah,
that's gonna be interesting.
There's no telling with that organization, to be honest. Who knows what they're gonna go for? But I mean, the quarterback market is pretty broad for a lot of quarterbacks that need a home or desire a home. So, like I said, I wouldn't turn it down. I wouldn't deny it. But like I said, we got teams: Jacksonville, Houston, San Fran. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Heck, potentially Dallas if needed at this point. I mean, we're Dallas just being honest here. Yeah, Washington too. Yet another team with an exciting defense. So if you put a quarterback there again, you never know what you have. So I would say, but bringing it back now that we're on the subject of quarterbacks, let's bring it back to the NFC here. And so give me your thoughts or predictions on how you see this NFC matchup. I know you said the Packers are looking different. So what you got, man? What you thinking?
Oh, that's how we got on that whole subject.
There you go.
Yeah, they I know Tampa is getting healthier. They're getting a couple players back that they didn't have last week. Far be it beyond for me to say it, but I really think it's possible the Packers can win this one. I truly believe they could. I know it's Tom Brady. I know how many weapons he has over there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa wins this one. But for the prediction, I guess I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I would like to see Aaron Rodgers win another one before he retires. I just think that would be that would be a great story. Like that would be a phenomenal thing to see. They are playing in Green Bay. I know people are going to make up a whole story about Tom Brady not being, used to the cold weather now, but I mean, he's only been gone for a few months, so I really don't see that being. I
Nah,
don't see that being an issue, to be honest.
playing that long in New England, no way.
Yeah, I
No.
don't. I can't see that being an issue for him. But for guys who haven't played in the playoffs, that will be there. Antonio Brown's not playing tomorrow, so however you want to look at that in terms of that being an actual issue for him or not, for
Mhm.
Tom Brady or not. I'm gonna, just so I can be solid, I'm gonna say it's Green Bay, but I'm not hedging a bet or anything, but I wouldn't be
Mhm.
shocked if Tampa wins this one. But I don't even think I don't even think I predicted them to be in the Super Bowl at the top of the year.
Mhm.
So if I remember correctly. So just based off that alone, I want to be consistent. I'm gonna say that they missed the mark slightly.
Mm. I see where you went there. I definitely agree with a lot of solid points that you made in there. However, like you, didn't think Tampa Bay was going to live up to the hype, but they
Yeah.
at
Turned it
first
around.
they didn't. Well, yeah, and just barely though, because in
Yeah.
our defense,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of just barely made the cut.
Yeah.
But they made it, and since, as we know, playoff time, baby. Y'all
Yeah.
heard of playoff P? Nah, bump playoff P. You got playoff time, baby. Man, that's proven with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
playoff Thomas, man, he just, hey, this is his lights. You know what I'm saying? He used to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
He does this.
Yeah.
In the words of Mark Henry, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, look, personally, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Tampa Bay gonna win this game, man. Tampa Bay gonna win this game. There's no, if it's going to be, and again, I wouldn't mind
Mm-hmm.
in the complete opposite matchup of this, but y'all, it's gonna be Mahomes versus Brady. What the world wanted last year.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be Mahomes versus Brady, and weapons versus weapons. Who's got the better weapons? Whose weapons, you know, are deeper? Who can shoot them better?
Storyline wise, too, it would be phenomenal because you're talking about the man that's been doing it for years,
Mm-hmm.
winning, and it looks like Mahomes could be on the same trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
So the storyline would be phenomenal.
Yes.
I really think any mixture of games that we could get from any mixture of matchups that we can get from either one of these for the Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl would be phenomenal to watch.
Yeah.
Because like think about it again, like the Bills, they've been tortured by Brady for years. So
Yeah.
it would be a phenomenal thing to see them face off with
Brady and
Tampa.
the Super. Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
That's
that would be something.
between that and their history with the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Seeing as how
Oh,
young we
see,
were,
that's the thing
we
I'm real
were
nervous about.
we were
That
1 or 2.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We were like 2 years old
that's
when
the
they
thing
were.
I'm actually nervous about because if they make it to the Super Bowl and then lose another one, like
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a
yo,
heartbreaker. And Jonathan, again, we
oh
don't
man,
want to put that scenario in your head, bro.
bro,
But it's one of them things, man. If you was to match off against Brady, you got the fact that Brady has owned y'all. Then he owns Super Bowls for the most part.
for the most part, I only lost 3.
Yeah, only lost 3, but I mean, dang,
Should have been 4.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It should have been 4.
Should have been 4.
Sorry,
McNabb.
Atlanta. Oh, I was gonna say
No,
Atlanta, but okay, so
no,
5.
they
Should have
they
lost 5.
no. We knew how that was gonna go.
Yeah, but you should
We knew.
have lost it.
No,
Realistically,
we knew how
hold
that.
on. Actually, let's be real. Brady really should have lost 6 Super Bowls.
Okay, what's the other one?
I still can't forgive Seattle.
That's right.
I'm
Oh,
just
that's right.
saying.
I forgot all about
I
that.
can't forgive Seattle for the fact that you really just had to run beast mode right up the middle.
Bro,
And you would
I
have
forgot
won.
all about that Malcolm Butler interception. Wow.
All you had to do was just run right up
Yeah.
the middle.
That's
Beast
Pete
mode
Carroll.
was on fire.
That ain't even Seattle. That's Pete Carroll.
Exactly. That would have been the
You know what?
second straight Super Bowl win for them.
I blame Russell too. I blame Russell. I blame him on that one too, because you should have called an audible. Like, you knew you had Marshawn Lynch right there. Like, you should have called it. So
Should have called it. Just,
it's both there. Yeah,
straight
dang.
down the middle.
Oh,
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
right. I forgot all about that.
There's that.
Yeah.
And then of course, like I said, Atlanta's debacle is Atlanta's debacle. I know we saw it, but at the end of the day, there wasn't much you had to do.
But yeah, but we
there
knew
wasn't much you had to do. At the end of the
we
day,
knew Atlanta was going to collapse. Like,
yes, but
we
at the
knew
end
that
of
was
the
gonna
day,
happen.
excuse or no excuse,
right?
logically speaking,
Logically
there
speaking,
wasn't
yes.
much you had to do but just run the
clock.
entire time. Had
Run
you
the
just
clock
run
out.
the clock, kept
That's
them
it.
off the field, again, we know in our heart of hearts, whether that's Atlanta history or not, that's one that should have been an L for Brady. That's 2. Okay. Now you and your Eagles fandom, like I said, I don't remember that Super Bowl as well as you do.
Yeah.
So you can speak about that better.
It. Yeah. That was painful. We lost by 3 points.
3 points.
We lost by 3 points.
Yeah. Kind of like
had McNabb just been a little sharper, because, you know, apparently he was hungover. So if he had just not done that, like,
I could feel that. Yeah. I could feel that. I mean, when you look at, realistically, I mean,
hats off to him. That's we will never see another dominant team like the Patriots in their dynasty. I don't think we'll ever see something like that again. That's
unless
it's hard to do that one time, but to do that for so many years.
Now, see, we say that, but again, should young Mahomes get past this AFC Championship game, get to the bowl, win it again, that's already 2 straight.
That's the first back-to-back in how many years?
Since Brady.
Of course, Brady, yeah. But
since Brady. That's the first back-to-back since Brady. Could have been Russell Wilson in more recent memory, but again, we just went down that road. If you had just ran the ball, that would have been.
I wonder how
many
times he thinks about that.
Oh,
how often do you think he thinks about that?
I'm pretty sure pretty often, because that could have been 2 straight rings. Yeah, and then you could have then because you beat, that would have been 2 straight GOATs that you beat. So you would have made history because you beat Peyton Manning the year before, and then you would have beat Tom Brady. That automatically would have put you in GOAT talk. Automatic. Now Russell Wilson is still in GOAT talk in a different way, but I'm saying it would have just took him on a whole nother stratosphere at that point. You beat Peyton Manning and Tom Brady back to back. Never done in history. In the beginning of your career, never been done.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
That would have been phenomenal.
That would have
been phenomenal.
And you talking about a black quarterback? What's up?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm rooting for Mahomes, bro. Like, to be as successful. I'm rooting for him to do that. But I don't want him to be too successful, if that makes sense.
I can understand that. I know what you mean.
You know what
I'm saying? The same thing. I'm right there with you, brother.
Get a couple, but you know.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I get
what I'm saying.
Let some other teams get their shine. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get in there. We'll sneak back in or something like that. But
yeah. I feel that. I feel that, bro.
I think that I don't know. Something so like I said, something feels different with the Packers. I feel that same type of thing for the Bills. So it's like that's the matchup I'm obviously predicting, in case anyone's not put that together. But
Mm-hmm.
like this Super Bowl is gonna be very interesting, whichever matchup we get. I'm looking for this is gonna be the first Super Bowl that I've actually been excited for since, of course, 52. But um, because the last couple ones I wasn't really that excited for. Of course, I was excited for Andy Reid last year, but I don't recall being excited for that matchup.
Yeah, last year was a lot like this one, right?
Yeah.
You had the Final Four, which was also just as an interesting, no matter where it went,
Mm-hmm.
because you had my Titans, where it was like, okay, the underdog Cinderella that basically went from barely made the playoffs to this running back just rambarded all the way to the AFC Championship. Can he be a running back that carries you all the way to a Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Dare I say, win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Packers had LaFleur, so you knew like, oh, okay, there's history there, right? So that was an interesting matchup. Then you look at the Chiefs and the Packers, Mahomes and Rodgers.
Right.
Okay, interesting matchup. It was one of those things where it was the 49ers was probably the one a lot of people were just like, excited, yes, because the 49ers gang is a very deep gang. So of
Yeah.
course there's a lot of
Yeah.
49ers fans. But it was kind of like, because you knew Garoppolo wasn't it.
Yeah, and they're obviously a quarterback away from being serious contenders, which Cam Newton being going there would be a very interesting look too. I didn't even think about that. That'd be an
Yeah.
interesting look.
It's a lot of mixes, play and
Yeah,
play.
yeah. But yeah, I like last year, of course, it just wasn't. Let me say it like this: I was looking forward to seeing that defense. I was looking forward to seeing San Francisco's defense against Kansas City. But
Mm-hmm.
this year, I'm really like we can actually get one of those. I don't want to say it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be high scoring either way you look at it. But I guess depending on the matchup, it could
Mm-hmm.
be, because if we have Mahomes versus Rodgers, that's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah,
That's gonna
I
be an
can agree with that.
automatic shootout.
I can agree with that
Yeah. So let me take that back. If we get that one, that's gonna be. I think that could be a high scoring game.
for sure.
I think that could
You're
definitely be a
talking
high scoring
potential
game.
50
Yeah. Yeah.
potential. You
Potential.
know,
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to whatever we get. I'm looking forward to seeing it, because it's going to be an intriguing matchup either way.
yeah, for sure, man. So, I mean, that being said, you about heard it here, ladies and gents. So it looks like my co-host here is gonna go with Bills Packers as his potential prediction.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
who you got taking that if that's the case?
Taking the winning it all.
Yeah, because you gotta pick the winner too at this point. So who you got? If it's that matchup you predict, who takes that?
Bro, that's a hard one, because it really comes down to whose defense makes the first mistake. I'm gonna write it in pencil.
I see what you're trying to do,
I'm gonna write it in
but
pencil, just because this is not our official Super Bowl prediction show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm crazy enough to believe the Bills can do it. I'm
Oh,
crazy enough to believe that they can pull that off. Even though, as
bold,
my heart,
sir.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers win another championship before he retires.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm crazy enough to believe that if that's the matchup, he won't. That makes sense.
That's interesting.
I
That is
because
very interesting.
it's just something different, bro. Like I don't know if this is the exact same feeling I had in 17 that I have for the Bills. If it's not the exact same thing, it's real close. It's really close. I like Allen, you can arguably say is playing either at the same level as Wentz was back then, even though Wentz didn't play in the Super Bowl. I get it. But you can arguably say that he's playing either at that level or better right now. We didn't have any guy like Stephon Diggs, so I don't know. Like, yeah, seeing Wentz with Diggs would have been beautiful. Just thinking about that, but Josh Allen with Diggs, I think is going to be a very crazy combination, and their defense on all levels is really good. They don't make dumb mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
They're methodical. So I don't know, man. I don't know if they actually win, if Buffalo actually pulls this off. Oh my God. One, Jonathan is never going to shut up. Two, I think New York is going to run out of tables because every fan is going to find a table and jump through it. Like, man, I wish COVID was over just to see that parade.
One thing's for sure. Should the Bills get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, the Battle of New York is going to be very interesting because then the Giants ain't king anymore at that point. They'd be like, oh, we're the only New York team that has championships. And then the Bills can say, oh, but we're the real New York team. And now we're on top with a championship. And we're the real true New York team.
Buffalo is the
best there's the Jets
in New York right now. Yeah, I can't talk about the Jets.
The sinking ship.
Yeah.
The little brother. The little brother.
Yeah, even though what they I love what they're doing with their coaching staff. Phenomenal, but I don't think they have the pieces to even compete right now. They would be the king. They would be the king of New York for sure. They have to, well, because the Giants have what, 2 championships?
They do have 2. That's one thing about it. Within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, within the last 10 years, 2.
Was it 10?
2007.
Right.
And I believe 2012. 5? I believe that was 2012.
Jesus, man. Everything is running together.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it'd be phenomenal. I would love to see it. But I would, like I said, I would love to see the Packers win too. I would love it. Every team. See, that's another thing. All 4 teams have a very peculiar story attached to them. That if they win this, like if Tampa wins it, you can pretty much call Tom Brady. If he wasn't the GOAT in your mind already, you can pretty much book it like
immortal.
Yeah, that's and it's crazy to even think like you go from the Patriots to then go to Tampa and then win a championship there. Like that would be phenomenal.
Plus, it ends the debate.
Oh yeah, it
ends the debate of the whole Belichick situation.
Yeah.
At that point,
that's over.
That debate
that's
ended.
Over. I think that conversation to me actually ended mid-season this year for me. It ended for me mid-season because
to me it ends. I mean, you could argue and say the playoffs ended it, but I think it really ends if Brady actually wins the bowl as a whole.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't even bring it back
like,
up. You can't even bring it back up if he wins it. You can't even bring that topic back up.
At that point, it's I brought you those championships.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So,
which then at that point you can't even dispute it. It's just weird all over the place.
Except for the first couple. The first couple you can dispute.
Yeah.
That wasn't Brady. That was the defense. as we know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Game managing Brady at that time. So, he just was able to hold
But
the ground.
later on,
Yeah.
yeah. Which honestly, the later ones are a little more impressive to me. They're a
Yeah.
little more impressive because it's a guy that's that age that should not be doing what he's doing.
Mhm.
Period. I don't know, man. The storylines are for each team is intriguing. Like back to back champions.
He's the
You
white
know,
LeBron.
yeah.
He's the white LeBron, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard of the Black Mamba? You've heard of the Black Mamba? Meet the white LeBron James, everyone. The man who is immortal. The man who seems to be the ageless wonder. You think he's done? You think
Yeah.
he calls it quits? But no, he continues to antifreeze his body. He continues to give you a vegan lifestyle. He continues to just find ways to say, how are you still alive right now?
Yeah,
I
it would be
was
interesting, bro. Because then think about it too. Aaron Rodgers again wins another one before he retires, and it's the comeback story for his career, right? Like everyone pretty much thought it was it. That was it for him over the last 4 or 5 years. He's basically been written off. If he were to win it, that's something spectacular in and of itself. I mean, and then I already said what I thought about the Bills, but yeah, I'm intrigued with whichever matchup we get, but my prediction is going to be Buffalo Green Bay.
with Buffalo and Denzel winning this thing.
This is of course all of this I'm saying for the Super Bowl itself.
Mm-hmm.
The prediction itself is written in pencil, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with that. If I'm wrong,
Okay.
I'm wrong. I don't, because that's another thing. I don't like when people go back and go,
Yeah.
you were wrong. Like,
Come
come on, man. It's a prediction.
Wrong.
Like,
It's a prediction. Exactly.
yeah.
Subject to be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm actually the opposite route of my co-host here. So I'm just going with the matchup. And again, I totally agree with you. No matter what you get here, intriguing storylines either way it goes.
Yeah.
Me, though, again, sorry, Jonathan. It's love, bro. Like I said, I'm rooting for y'all. But I feel that we're about to get that matchup of passing the torch. It's about to be Brady versus Mahomes, the matchup that should have been, could have been, and is about to be.
Yeah.
Possibly. So
that would be very interesting.
This is the true, okay. This is the true young gun versus the old veteran. And hey, I've been doing this since you was barely alive.
Yeah.
And here you are in front of me.
Yeah.
Can you knock down this tower of greatness to pass the torch to you to be what I was, if not greater? It just shows. It's a movie waiting to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You just wait. I feel it.
And then you know what? If Tampa Bay actually wins, LaShawn McCoy is a back-to-back champion. Bro.
Oh, shady.
Oh my God.
Shady.
The
man who you don't even realize is on the freaking team. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That were to happen. I am.
Oh, shady. Go ahead and meme it, folks. Have it ready. Just have the meme ready. The running back you forgot about. The running back you forgot about has 2 back-to-back championships. Get the meme ready. It may be coming. It may become reality.
It might happen.
It may become reality.
Yeah.
But again, I say to thee, ladies and gentlemen, the Kansas City Chiefs will defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl of what would be an epic Super Bowl of a lifetime. The torch will be passed to the young gun, saying, hey, in a blaze of glory, I went out in style.
Yeah.
I didn't win it, but it's because I passed the torch to you, the future, the new face of the NFL. So, ladies and gentlemen, I, again, subject to be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Heck, maybe we're 1.5.
Yeah, I was about to say it's very possible.
Maybe we're 1.5. Maybe it's half his and half mine. Okay.
Someone is right about something.
One of us is right about something. It's only 4 options at this point. So you know what?
Hey,
we'll see how this plays out, ladies and gentlemen. But again, it's all written in pencil. So if you want to know the rest of the story, wait until the official Super Bowl prediction when we know who's truly locked in to battle for the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, let's transition. Speaking of battling and for crowns, let's talk about a certain Irishman, ladies and gentlemen. A certain Irishman who once had a crown, kind of laid it down, went off into the sunset, probably drunk a few McGinnises or two, you know what I'm saying? Living his 12. Best life. Proper 12s.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about a man who is a prodigal son, like, if you will, making his infamous, notorious, and so glorious return to the UFC. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am talking about the one, the only, the man, the one you love, the one you love to hate, the one you hate to love. You know it, you love it, you feel it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Conor McGregor makes his return to the octagon tonight in a part 2 battle. So, Derek, is the resident MMA and UFC specialist here, sir. How are you feeling about A, this return, B, this part 2 matchup, and tonight, man? What you got? What's your thoughts, brother?
I love both fighters. I'm a fan of both of them. Dustin Poirier has been on a tear recently. Like, I mean, killing it. And he looks better now than he did a few years ago. Especially when they did when they did meet up. Something in me, bro, once they announced this fight, something in me just kind of like, I have not been able to shake it. I think Dustin Poirier is going to win this one. He looks something, it's just something different about him. He looks sharper, and he's put on a little weight too, which, I mean, I think could actually help him in this matchup. But I think I'm slick starting to think I want that to happen because I want to see a part 3. Dustin fell to McGregor in the first one. I think it's very possible he can win this one, and then will force the third matchup. But on the other hand, Conor looks like he's in the best shape he's ever been in. And I'm talking about like when he was dominant, which wasn't long ago. Like, he looks better than that. I can't speak to his speed because I haven't watched a lot of his training videos, but he looks bigger, and he looks like he could be sharper. I've seen a little bit of stuff like highlights, but I haven't sat down to actually watch his training videos. So from what I've seen, this, he looks like he's still sharp, agile. I don't know. I think it possibly could go to 4 rounds. It probably actually could go the distance, but the way that these two are set up, this might be over in the 3rd round. And I think I'm going to call it for Dustin. I think, and I'm looking forward to seeing this match. Like, I'm anxious right now to watch it, but I'm gonna call it for Dustin. I think something about it just kind of like makes me lean toward his side. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. It's gonna be a really good matchup. And then also whoever wins, I kind of want McGregor to win as well, because if he wins, we see part two with him and Nurmagomedov. And if we see that if he comes out of retirement, ah, I don't know. This is another storyline thing too, man. This is one of those things, because I know he said Habib said that he would come out of retirement if the matchup is intriguing to him. So as long as these guys put on a good fight, I think we could see him coming back for whoever wins. But something about it is just telling me go Dustin. I think he's gonna pull it off.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see though.
Indeed.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them winning it though. I just want a good fight. I just want to see a really great matchup. They both of these guys are they're ready. They're ready for it. So, I'm ready. I'm beyond ready right now. It just needs to come on. That's it.
Oh man. So I'll admit that I'm not the biggest UFC expert or analyst of what I say. So what I'm gonna say is strictly off of take, ladies and gentlemen. Quite frankly, I think the man who stepped away for quite some time is going to showcase that he still got it. And ladies and gentlemen, call this a crazy take, but I think McGregor is going to take a first round dub in this matchup. I think there's a fire in this young Irishman that people don't understand right now that might be on the rise. I think that man that said, I want to apologize to absolutely nobody, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is. Now, like I said, I could be wrong. It's just a take, people. Just a take. Whether it's the right or wrong take, hey, I bite the bullet. But you know what? Something just tells me, ladies and gentlemen, that I don't know, man. A man on a mission is most dangerous when you don't know what he still has or has not had.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's something to be said for the time off.
Yeah, man.
There's something to be said.
Think about some of those matchups we thought when John Bones Jones was gone for some time. A lot of people didn't think, okay, there's no way he could just come back in the scene and, do what he does. And he did it every single time, for that matter.
Yeah, but the difference is his time off was by his.
We know that's not here nor there. Neither the point. The fact is, when you're away for so long, but you come back and all of a sudden it's like you never left.
That actually might extend his career too.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't be surprised, good people.
Yeah.
If you see Mr. McGregor pull off this dub, first round, late round, any round, somehow, some way, I think you guys are about to see a new version. More improved than even the original, some would say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he looks better. From what I can tell, he looks better, which is weird. That is very weird.
It's weird, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm telling you, I think Mr. McGregor is going to pull this off, and he's going to look good doing it. And I think he's about to show a lot of people that he's ready for that rematch with the one they call Khabib.
Yeah.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Get on the edge of your seats. Grab every bit of what you need, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right here, right now, the notorious one, and I ain't talking about B.I.G. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The other notorious one is about to remind the world why he is who he is. So
Yes, sir.
we shall find out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't too far off from that very fight. Shout out to you people. We want to take a moment to just shout out the people watching on YouTube. If you're watching, hey, appreciate you for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying our takes so far. Make sure as you drop by, if you're a new viewer, make sure you sit down, like the video, okay? First and foremost, like the video. Go down there to the subscription button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, which is most important because we drop content on this very channel on a daily, ladies and gentlemen. And we got new content coming to you soon, brought to you by OTS. That's right, OTS on the sidelines. So you already know we are coming to you with more heat. All right. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you can be up to date with any and everything that we are dropping on this very channel. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. So you see we're at 70. If you can go ahead, we just need 30 people. All right, 30 solid people to come right here to this very channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. It only takes 2 simple clicks, people. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? And like the video in the process, because the more likes, the more attention it gets. The more attention it gets, well, you already know what it means for the YouTube feed, okay? We'll find out we'll be in the most recommended spots with some of these other videos out here with other people doing their thing, but they ain't doing it like we do right here on the sidelines, baby. OTS is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, help us help you as we see what I did there? Help us help you as we get to the road to 100. All right, to make it easier in the search feed when you're looking for our channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need 100 so we can customize that URL, and then from there, the goal is to just go bigger, and better every single time. So that does it for this brief pause in announcements. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, let's get into a little bit of NBA action before we wrap this thing up and call it a show. Brother Derek, sir, you got a lot of stuff to get off your chest, my friend.
Yeah.
It seems that it's still early in the season. Very now early. There's some teams that's been listed as disappointing for the season so far. Mm-hmm. Celtics don't appear to be one of them, but yet for some reason people talk about it like they are. So, sir, by all means, what you have the floor. Tell the people what is going on or why people need to just stay quiet. Calm down. Yes, all that. Tell the people what's going on, sir.
All right. So this past week, we've lost 3 games. We've dropped 3, 1 to the Knicks, 2 to the 76ers. I'm finding it very interesting that people decide to come out the woodwork when we lose. When we're winning, I hear nothing. I don't get tagged in any posts. I don't, my phone doesn't blow up quite as much. Mm-hmm. Calm down. Let's just calm down. Yeah, the Celtics are, I think, 8 and 6, I think this right now. Of course, we're not looking good because there's been a lot of stuff going on. It is what it is. We lost to the Knicks. We shouldn't have lost to the Knicks. I agree. We lost to the 76ers. Both games were very winnable games. Just minor things didn't go our way. Actually, no. The first game, the 76ers got to the free throw line 45 times. We got there 20. You don't win games like that. You can't get to the game. Like, the refs called, yeah, whatever. I'm not, because nobody wants to hear that. So all I'm going to say is we're in a good position. Okay. It's not like, this is not the tail end of the season. This is not the playoffs. It's not like we're okay. We're all right. All right. Jason Tatum will be back tomorrow. I believe he'll be back tomorrow. Just relax. Just you remember when Aaron Rodgers said that about like 2 or 3 years ago.
There you go.
Say relax. Just relax.
RELAX.
It's simple. It's simple. Because I think some people, I'm not gonna say any names, but there are some people that have been hitting me, and they're used to losing. They haven't been in the playoffs for I don't know how long.
You know you can
Um,
call them out, brother. Point them out. Point them out. Point them out.
I'll leave
Point
it
them
out.
out.
I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. We lost to their team last Sunday, so they think that all of a sudden, because the Knicks beat us, that now that means that we're the trash of the conference. Just calm down. Just calm down. They're so used to losing that when they win and beat a quality team, they don't know what to do themselves. They're running amok, and they're like chickens running with their heads cut off. Just calm down. Okay? Calm down. Everything's fine. Everything will settle in. We'll get some, and plus the Celtics have a $28.5 million trade exception. I really don't see them not using it before the trade deadline. Calm down. Calm down. We're gonna get some stuff together, and then we'll be right back where we were. Simple. Plus, you're talking about a team that lost their best player to COVID, right? And then they were still very they were doing very well without him for the last couple of weeks. It is what it is. It is what it is. Just calm down. It's the beginning of the season. I didn't hear anyone talking about the Brooklyn Nets when they dropped 2 in a row. Cleveland Cavaliers. So don't talk to me. Don't at me. None of that. I only talk trash to teams that are in the playoffs and have been in the playoffs. Outside of that, I don't concern myself with the little peons of the league. I'll just leave me alone. Leave me alone. It goes for Sacramento fans, which I've never met one of them, and I've never met a Milwaukee fan. But
yeah, me either.
Calm down.
I've met Giannis fans, but never Milwaukee
See,
ones.
yeah, that's the difference. That's the same thing with LeBron fans. It's the same. Like, okay, it's fine. You're not an actual team player. That I got people hit me up about that too. LeBron's a GOAT. All right, cool. That's what you think. That's cool. You don't have any allegiance to a team, so you can't call any team home. You know what I'm saying? So I know this is not really a topic. I just needed to get this off my chest. I've been bottling it up, and I'm actually about to. This is therapeutic for me.
This is Derek's corner. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to just relax.
A moment with Derek, ladies and gentlemen.
See, and here's the thing: Celtics fans aren't freaking out. Everyone else is freaking out, and we're all just sitting here just calm, relaxed. Of course, you don't want to lose. I'm a competitive guy. I'm highly competitive. I don't ever want to lose. If it could go my way, we would win every single game. We would never lose a game in the season. But it's never going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't happen. So
it can in 2K.
Yes. I'm 79-3 in my league. I'm in the playoffs, second round right now against Milwaukee.
There you go.
So
there you go. See,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
But I totally understand, and I get it. Quite frankly, both of my dogs got a long way to go right now. So I get it. But I'm chilling. I'm cooling.
Right.
I'm just rooting for everybody to just hey, I'm just happy to see some exciting basketball. And in terms of the fact that you don't know how the season plays out. People want to say it's automatically the Lakers. Can't really say that. People want to say it's automatically the Nets. Can't say that.
Nah,
so
the Nets, and that's another thing. The Nets, their defense was already suspect before the trade. If they don't go get someone, I don't know if that's trading Kyrie away or like what that actually looks like. But if they don't go get someone that can help in the paint, second round, they're not winning. They're not winning a championship. They're not coming out the East. It will be Boston and Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals if that's the case. Because I was on the fringe. I was on the fringe. You know that. I was on the fringe the last 2-3 weeks with that prediction. But yeah, I would if they don't make a trade, I'm willing to bet on it that it's gonna be Boston and Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's it.
My boy still don't go with Milwaukee. That's very
hell no.
funny.
Milwaukee gotta prove it to me, man. They gotta prove it to me. They're a great regular season team. And that's another thing. I don't know how Budenholzer still holds that job. I don't know how he's still that coach. I don't get it because they're not doing anything like playoffs. I know everybody wants to talk about the regular season, and the regular season does mean something, but despite what people say when they say the regular season means nothing, the regular season means something, but it doesn't mean that much when you're talking about the playoffs. You go into the playoffs, you're 0-0. You're only what you did the last game, and bro, they're not doing anything. Giannis, great player, phenomenal player, but Milwaukee's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
I trust Toronto more than Milwaukee. How about that?
Well, they actually fall under the disappointing teams, along with Miami Heat right now. Now,
yeah,
people,
injured.
You talk about calm down. I will say, all right, I've seen the top 13 most disappointing teams so far to date, and let me just say, if the team says 6-8. Okay, 7-8, 8-8, whatever. Okay, it's a long way to go, people. NBA's a game and season of runs. All right, people get hot. People start off cold. People start hot and then go cold. People start in between and they still stay in between until they get to the playoffs and decide to get hot. Okay, that's how the NBA works. So you know what? No, not calm down, because apparently research says, you can't tell a person to calm down because then they do the absolute opposite. So we're just going to say, chill, bro. Chill. Okay?
Yeah. Chill. A lot of these conversations can be had maybe toward the end of March or April, mid-April-ish.
Mid-April, yeah.
Like, these conversations that people are trying to have right now make no sense. You're trying to rush a season, and quite honestly, if we have, I'm going to say this, the future of this season to me is still in doubt. It's still in doubt because I don't know how. Unless a team gets COVID and they decide, because I saw it was like a rumor that they could possibly pull that team from just anything, like everyone's just gonna be on lockdown until everyone tests positive. But to me that kind of throws a lot of schedules off, so it's kind of like if they don't do the bubble, they're pretty much screwed. To me, that's how I see it. Because like we talked about this multiple times, from the jump they should have done a quad bubble. Easy, because they're already doing the whole localized scheduling. Why not just put them in a bubble? Just make sure everyone is in their space where they need to be. I don't know. Some of the protocols they're putting in place now don't even make sense to me. Like just now, a security guard stopped Kyrie and Bam from swapping jerseys. You think they're not swapping jerseys later on? You think just because they can't do it on the court, they're not going to do it later on? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
stuff like that. Or if you're with your team on the bench, you have to wear a mask. But when you're in the game, you're not wearing a mask. So I don't know. The NBA is starting to kind of. Last summer, they seemed to get it right. They got it right on every single thing. But now they kind of like putting themselves in a position where it looks like they don't know what they're doing. And it's very weird. is very weird because Adam Silver to me is the best, hands down, the best commissioner in sports.
Absolutely.
Right now. So they've got to figure something out because this season to me is still something where I don't know if we're going to have a full season. Just like we were talking about with the NFL, we didn't know if we were going to have a full season. It turned out we did, but I don't know how you can, play a contact sport and put all this without a bubble. I don't know. Some stuff that about it doesn't make sense to me with the NBA in general. It just I'm not sure, but I would like to see a quad bubble.
Yeah. It time will tell where we get with this thing for sure. As of now, hey man, teams still running strong. They aren't the one thing about the NBA. They're not getting a lot of the ratio of the positive tests are definitely a lot lower than you would expect. So it's always a good sign. We still have our basketball. We're seeing good basketball in the process, and again, just relax, chill out.
Yeah.
All right. Don't blow this out of proportion, people. You got a long season to go.
Yeah.
Right? So just wait, almost did it again. Just chill. All right, until the next episode. Dr. Dre style.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just saying, it ain't over till it's over. All right. Let's wait until March, April, and then you can talk that talk. Yeah. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that, with all good things, there always, unfortunately, comes an end. And, well, this is about our end on the sideline, guys. So,
yes, sir.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and really listening to all of our predictions, hot takes, and rants, if you will. So, ladies and gentlemen, this about sums it up for the fact that the sideline guys are always a platform where we just be us and we tell you the love for our teams passionately, and we give you the realistics of the facts, and the stats and all of that good stuff. We do what we can to bring entertainment to you in the world of sports. So, that being said, I just want to say, make sure that, again, you subscribe to the YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscription button, that notification bell, because, again, we are on the road to 100 subscribers, okay? And we need your help so that we can help you, all right? So, that being said, thank you for those of you who have already hit that notification bell and that subscription button. That means you know how to follow directions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're at 71, man.
Yeah, see, it's working. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You see, someone out there already knows how to follow directions. So because of you, that's that 1 in 71. Thank you, sir, and or madam, because it could be a madam. But thank you for doing what you do. Now, just make sure you get some of your other friends to do the same thing, because now we are 29 subscribers away. So again, it's a lot to celebrate, people. Make sure you are subscribing. Make sure you are staying entertained. Are you not entertained? Because we sure know that we are, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you follow all things on Instagram and Twitter at OTS Guys. That is at OTS Guys. The description is down below. You already know. Okay, so follow all things at OTS Guys. You can also, if you choose, if you want, he may not ask you to follow him. If you don't follow him, at least follow the OTS Guys page. Follow my co-host here, Mr. Derek, at Derek, that's the black way to spell it, DERRICK_OTS. And of course, you already know to follow your boy on Instagram at Dwayne Dickey Jr. or on Twitter at Highlights Life, HILITE Life. And check out the website too, www.otsguys.com for updates and more. Merch coming soon. We got a lot in the works. Big announcement coming soon. Oh, and by the way, we got a brand new show that is going to be debuting very soon this Friday, January 29th. If you are a music lover, that's right, and you love verses, well, ladies and gentlemen, OTS has a fantasy made fan versus that we call fans. That's right, fans, where it is all about you, the fans. You choose your favorite artist and you go up against another fan and their favorite artist, and you guys collide hit for hit, potential for potential, maximum for maximum, all of that. And what is most epic with battles. So this week is the debut of that very show. This Friday night, 8 p.m. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can catch it right here on this very YouTube. So make sure, again, you subscribe, hit that notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because we got a main event matchup coming of Eminem versus Lil Wayne, baby. So if you are a fan of one or both of these artists, make sure you tune in, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will be notified the moment we go live for that very episode right here on the On the Sidelines YouTube page, baby. That's right. Sure. This Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so that's 5 p.m. Pacific time for you West Coasters out there. All right, so make sure you tune in and catch. I know, right? So make sure you catch. All right, make sure you catch that fans debut with the first matchup being Lil Wayne versus Eminem. All right, and so that being said, I think that about covers all of this right about now. So ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, I'm just going to tell you that you right here on the sideline, guys. This right here is Dwayne, and that right here is Derek. And until the next time, we are hitting the field. It's time to hit the side.